5, 4, 3, 2.
Sorry, I knew this and I forgot.
So the first question is,
I look like a movie star because you get dark in the sun.
There was this one time that, well, I'm sure there was a time, and I just have to think of it.
Hey Phil, remember this place? You spent 6 years or more of your life here.
My favorite memory with Phil is every single meeting ever.
SCTV 101, like what is it? And I heard of it and I was like, I want to take it, but I had no idea what student media or anything was, and he was just so enthusiastic and like welcoming and stuff.
I've been working on stories right outside the press center, and I've had things go wrong, and I'll just run and get Phil, and he'll always be there to help, and he's really patient with me, and I've really appreciated that.
You know, my favorite memory of us together was the first Eliminator that we spent together with Matt. God, the Reservoir Dogs rolling in with sunglasses and suits, a lot of camera equipment. That was really nice. That was a good time.
It was my first show here at OTS, and he was the signer at the time. And I came in, I had no idea what to do, and Phil was sort of like teaching me everything that I know now, which is great. And I remember just him having like this really enthusiastic attitude about like how to set up a set and how like set up a teleprompter and everything. And to me, this was all new, and I remember seeing him as this like, you know, God, because he knew all of this.
Seeing like this 6-foot-something man walk in the door with like these yellow foot pajamas was pretty interesting.
My most memorable favorite memory with Phil was coming to the videos, the Linda screenings, and then working on the trainings and how to do the equipment and all that. And just, you know, when we hanged out at the meetings, that was a lot of fun.
One of my best memories of Phil is actually when he approached me and Jesse, but we were talking about PRC stuff, and then we just went into talking about his personal project for What Can You Do in a Day, and it was really interesting, and it was really entertaining and fun, and to just watch him and see how dedicated he was to his project.
the all in a day thing, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and it just really made me want to go out and do stuff. And
Also seeing how, you know, he had so many great ideas for his project, and the way he was explaining them made me excited for the project, and it just made me want to be involved with it.
that's the first thing I think of is when I think of Phil. It's like I want to go out and do something because he is so enthusiastic and fun, and just really like all around just trying to get everyone to like take advantage of everything life has to offer. And I think that's really, really valuable characteristic in a person.
Hadn't been too long after I met him, and then me and Ruby were out dancing. And we're like, oh my God, it's Phil. This is so awkward. But then it wasn't awkward, and we saw him again like 2 nights later. Or was it a week? It was another 80s night.
We actually were playing Ultimate Frisbee on College 8 field, and we needed like a 10th person so we could do 5-on-5. Phil was that person. Phil dominated us. I don't know, I hope he remembers that.
He was always there whenever I just needed to talk to him about something with BSN.
What's the problem?
And it was very, very, very helpful. Every single time that whenever I needed him to be there, he would always just be there.
It was me, you, and Phil, and we were learning how to set up the backpack kit on site at some thing, and it was just us basically like goofing around trying to get Rainbow, right? And we were just having, and it was just relaxed, having fun, and we actually got everything done. So it was enjoyable and productive.
Talking about psych, actually maybe that might be my favorite memory of Phil. Watching Phil do his Gus impression, it's pretty awesome.
Editing Sherlock, I know he wasn't there, but seeing his acting was funny.
He was more than, or he is more than an advisor. He's just kind of like a mentor.
Phil taught me how to edit, and you know I will forever be grateful for that. I've grown to love editing, and I think that it's going to influence the rest of my career. I feel Phil. Wait, hold on. Kearney. Okay.
What just happened?
Phil's outside, so I have to be quiet right now. Oh my God.
How do you work at TriCaster?
The TriCaster, see, this is the main window.
So this is a computer?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you're gonna put me through to Bear himself? Oh, hello. Oh, yes. Hi, Mr. Groves. It's really nice to talk to you, too. Yes, I'd be happy to say good things about Phil Mattini. He's so inspired, but I think, some of the things that you're going to be interested in are...
He's a good leader, and I would kind of like to be like him in that sense. And he's been, just, I guess, somebody to look up to in student media. He's been a good example.
He's been one of my greatest teachers. He's always been helpful with the computer, and he's always there, and I always call on him to help with things.
Phil's amazing. I love seeing him be excited about something, and it's usually about something the students are doing. So I can see him turn around and, oh, look at these numbers, or look how many times this has been hit on the web. And I don't understand half of it because it's all technical, but I love his enthusiasm, and he carries it out not just when students are around, but when they're not around. So it's genuine. I love him for that.
He influenced me by setting an example of, you can get technical professionalism, but also just, I don't know, just kind of an attitude of vetting stuff so you know what you're talking about, and researching stuff so you know what you're talking about, and moving forward on any project or with anyone you're working with in a way that benefits both parties and helps facilitate a relationship that can be used in the future. So.
I know he does so much for SCTV, like all the stuff he does, and I don't know how he does it, but somehow he does. And he does it well, and so I want to be like that.
Through his leadership and through his character, I've been able to sort of adapt that to many of the things that I've been responsible with.
Need to hide so it doesn't see us.
Is he over there? Is he there?
He almost walked in on us, but we got it.
It's a close one. It's a close one. I'm good. How you doing? How the interview's going so far? Is he on the corner right there? I just saw him at store. He was doing hard work. He was doing good work. We're really proud of him. Everything he does. Steve and I over here. Phil Mattini. Well, I would say he's the main guy here. He's the one guy everyone looks up to, including me. He's my main role model when I got here. But being like Phil is what I used to say. I would go to bed at night and say, what can I do tomorrow to be more like Phil?
I have learned indispensable skills from Felipe, and he has taught me things that, I can definitely see using in the future, as opposed to some of the more theoretical things that they teach here at UC's, where it's harder to kind of implement them in your everyday life, and these things I know I will be able to use.
Showed me how to be more involved with clubs, be more responsible, like time management, be on time and all that, and just know how to have fun, engage with other people, and be social, and be exposed to learning new things.
SCTV 101 was really helpful, and he was the first one to teach me how to edit, how to use a camera, and that has just helped me so much for OTS and just my film major in general.
So we were shooting an interview, and Phil almost walked into the press center, and he almost caught us. So we have to be extremely careful and make sure he's not around.
He makes me definitely think about things that I would never even thought about before. As broadcast program coordinator, I do a lot of planning of certain events and things like that. And Phil's always like, oh, you might want to think about this aspect of it. And it always makes me go like, oh, you're right.
That when we have all these seminars, when we have all these talks, and which being in the PRC, we've had a lot of talks. So just having all of these mechanisms in which, we can use knowledge to propel ourselves further because we want to know and because we are excited to get out there and stuff. I think that shines through Phil in a really big way, and I think that's one of the biggest things I'll take away from getting to know him this past year.
Phil, I look up to you quite literally and figuratively, and that means a lot to me.
I like it.
We love you! Wait, who's Phil? It's Phil.
Still cool anyway, though.
Yeah, we love you, Phil.
I think that a lot of the stuff that I know was through him, and I think that it shaped me as a leader and as a member.
Hey!
Jesse?
What's up?
Not much. What's going on with you?
I'm making a video for CHP, and he's offered to help me.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Okay, I think we're clear.
I feel so bad for lying.
I think he's gone. Okay, so where was I?
Always get the fries. Don't ever hold back. Get the fries, and if they have garlic, even better. You'll love them.
I love that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Keep him busy.
Phil, from the few times that we hanged out, you were a lot of fun to talk to learn new things from, and I wish you the best of luck.
Phil, breakfast for dinner will become a reality very soon. Very soon.
I hope you go out there and touch many more people like you've touched all the people here at SCTV. You sure did help me a lot. And yeah, like I said, good luck. I have no doubt in my mind that you're gonna go on and do bigger, better, greater things. And keep watching Psych. I'll be catching up with, and I'll be checking in on you to see if you're still watching.
First of all, thank you, Phil, for being such a great guy and being here for us. You've always been the #1 strength of SCTV, I think, and even though you're leaving, you've taught everyone here so much, and I think that we can never stop growing because of that, what you've done and what you will do in the future.
Okay. Bye, Phil. Hire me as a freelance editor.
I'll miss you sorely while you're gone, traveling the world and doing whatever you're gonna do, so have a good one.
Thank you for always being there to help out and just to teach us and mentor us and being such a great influence.
I don't know what SCTV is going to do without you, but I know that they'll figure it out. Whatever you do, wherever you go, with LA or with Zach or whatever you end up doing, I know you'll do good at it, and I wish you the best of luck. And hopefully I will see you again sometime soon.
I just want to say thank you, Phil, and I hope everything goes really well with finding focus, and that someday I can find some of your work out there in the world. That'd be cool.
I'll see you around, because I don't think this is going to be the end of me seeing you.
May the force be with you and live long and prosper.
Phil, you did so much for SCTV. I think a year ago we were barely establishing PRC, and now we have a website. Now our membership has increased, and I think you've done so much more. You did so much more as a student and as a faculty. You did so much more, and I think we're going to miss you. You're definitely leaving your legacy behind. And
Philip Pierre Mattini, I want to see what you can do in a day, and what you can do in a few years, maybe a whole lifetime. Maybe it'll amount to something pretty damn great. I'll see you around.
We're going to miss. I feel like you're basically our founding father, and I feel that we're really going to miss our founding father.
I'm hanging onto the back of your chair as I'm talking to the camera because you have occupied this corner and all the rest of the press center with such support for students, such generosity, and such generosity to students and to me, and such insight. You have the mind of an engineer and the eye of a film director and a great heart, and it's been a real honor to work with you. So I'm over here in your corner, and I'm gonna miss seeing you over there, and I'm gonna always wish you well wherever you are and wherever you go.
But I'll never forget OTS. And, the most valued lesson that I have, the #1 thing that I want to leave you with is always